Down in your heart.
You see, you like the song as well. It's a good song. But well, to the top right of the map in our, I think, fifth game, we have
FXO Lucky.
the Zerg player in the red color starting to the top right of Crossfire. So Wolf is perfectly right mentioning that Lucky got quite lucky here, and I don't think that Huck likes this map. Wolf actually one of those people who hates it like crazy and is quite relieved that it's soon out of the map pool. And I can see why. To the bottom left
E.G. Huck
is probably on the same opinion. I don't think that Huck is a huge fan of this map, especially in this matchup. So let's see how he's going to do. Both of them won their first game. Both of them were able to decide the first map that they played on this day in the GSL Up and Down Group 4 in their favor. So we have Huck with a win over Slayers Brown, and Lucky was able to take down OGS for GG, OGS Finn.
Yep.
One of them will emerge with a 2-0 lead in this group, and the other one will be back to 1-1. Wow, Huck with an Nexus first.
Yep, this is a pretty tough build to do on this map, but he's going to go for it regardless. Let me tell you guys the map balance for this map, because I've been recently receiving a lot of snide comments from co-commentators about my feelings about it. I'm just kidding. But
hey.
No, seriously, I never talk about the actual percentages. I just talk about how much I dislike it. But I will tell you guys, in TVZ, Terran has a 64.5% win rate in Korea, 20-11. And in ZVP, Zerg has a 16-11 win rate. That's 59.3. And in PVT, Protoss has a 41.4% win rate. None of those are near 50% or even close. So there are clear imbalances on this map, so much so that the GSL has agreed to remove it after this up and down group. So
I actually perfectly agree with you. It's just kind of nice to see how much...
I hope so, or else I might have to question your sanity.
How much you loathe this map.
I loathe it, man. I'm a Crossfire loather. That would be like the name of the band I made. If I made a band, I'd call it like Loathing of Crossfire. Alright, now
what would the first song be called?
I don't know. I Hate Shaving.
you just can you can call your band the Haters.
Or Introduce Me to Your Hairstylist would be track number 2. And track number 3 would be How Much for the Wolf in the Studio. This probe is to check for the hatchery. It does get taken out. And the wall-off is complete for Huck. That was his only probe yet out on the map, so he can't send another probe out without killing part of his buildings.
We have the Roach Warren now nearly done for Lucky.
Yeah, he wants to put some pressure on. He cancels the hatchery. Why is it that... I mean, Zergs can win on this map without doing all-ins, but it seems that they really like to do all-ins on this map. And against the type of build that Huck has done, the Roach build is so good. This is why Crossfire is so good for Zerg, because you can actually very easily pick off structures. Huck is very fishy. He feels suspicious. Like something's weird's going on. He's making a second cannon here, but only a second cannon. He will have 2 sentries, though. And I think Huck will actually be able to defend this.
You have a lot of weak points in a wall of like...
Oh, he cancels the cannon, though!
He cancels the cannon, and this is horrible. As I just said, you have a lot of weak points in a wall of like this. You have 2 pylons that you can just easily snipe with roaches, and as soon as the Zerglings are in, you are in a lot of trouble. Of course, you have sentries in the back for the force fields, but it's still very hard to hold, and Huck will have a hard time, especially with canceling the second cannon. He did not see the cancel of the hatchery, and therefore this attack is going to hit him very hard.
Yeah, he does have 3 sentries out now, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to make more cannons now. Actually, needs to make more cannons 5 minutes ago, but 1 force field does block off the Zerglings. The cannon going to work on the Roach. He's going to actually re-wall here, and if he can force field the Zerglings out, the Zerglings are going down very quickly. The Roaches are going to be the real problem, though, if he doesn't get rid of them.
He actually does very, very well so far. He's able to save this 1 pylon at the bottom, but still,
one more force field.
Another sentry comes out too late. Oh.
It's okay, though, because the cannons are finishing now, and the Zerglings targeting down sentries. He has 1 more force field. He drops it, and Huck will hold.
I am not sure about that, Wolf.
There's so many cannons here. As long as he can stop him from getting into the main, he does not, though. He does not.
And that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. He didn't have another force field.
Well,
the Forge dies. He's going in. And wow, this attack by Lucky. He has not won the game just yet.
He's actually still going to hold, I think, but these two gateways will be unpowered. That's why he's trying to use these probes to keep the pylon alive.
The pylon dies, and the question is how many of his units is he going to lose? Another zealot gets swapped in, but it might not be enough. The probe's doing a ton of damage to the roaches, but a lot of the workers of Hak are dying. 35 to 33 supply.
1 roach with 1 hit point left.
But we have 32 to 50 workers.
He's gonna win this game, man. There's no way. The wall has been rebuilt, and that is it.
He has 4 cannons, and Lucky did not do enough damage. He was able to get into his opponent's main base, but the amount of units that he had in order to take down his opponent's probes, it was just not enough. And Lucky is now in a very bad spot as his opponent has twice the amount of harvesters, has a huge and great wall up with 4 cannons, and just look at it, he knows already that his opponent is trying to get into the back of
Yep, he's going to position himself against this, and epic hold by Hak.
Great hold. So well done. He just delayed it, and this one force field, just a second before the sentry died, this was just so amazing and so important that he could hold off his opponent for another couple of seconds, give those cannons another shot at the units of Lucky.
Hak is so good in these scrappy situations where he has to hold even after he cancels a cannon. He's so good at defending his control in these situations, and his inability to like miss force fields or slip up. And it's just amazing.
The thing that really amazes me is that I've seen Lucky play this kind of strategy, not exactly this all-in, but just on this map against Protoss so many times. I watched when Naniwa was taken completely aback by Lucky's strategy, and just a week later, Hak played on the same map in the same matchup and lost. So the Protoss player has really been able to take the game this time, and I really think that Hak is just in such a great position right now, despite the fact that he told us earlier that he is sick, and he will just take this second game.
He will. A ton of spines being made for Lucky here, but the majority of them are not going to be up in time. It depends on how much Hak hesitates here, though, because if these spines do finish, the Huk's going to find himself in an awkward position. He's not going to hesitate, though.
I don't think he can engage
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Engage this. He just does not have the firepower.
No, not yet. And he's forced some of these spines, though. The working count 49 to 31.
He has to play it cool now. Overextending himself to attacks would, in my opinion, be a mistake. Lucky had to use a lot of resources in order to get those spine crawlers in position. Hak is still miles ahead in economy, so playing it safe will be the way to win the game.
Yep, even more spines going down here for Lucky. Supply 94 to 49, more and more drones going down as the spines go up, 49 to 26. Consider every spine he's made is 1 drone lost, and not only has he lost it, but he's lost 100 minerals along with it. Huk's going to pressure some more to make him force perhaps even more spines. He may even try to run up the ramp.
I don't even
taking out some Zerglings.
Taking down some Zerglings, as you just said, and well, at this point, Lucky is still completely all in. He knows that he can't keep up with his opponents.
He's got Zealots warping into the Pulse Observer, and
this is brilliant. He can force field at the bottom and warp in at the top. Brilliant play by Hak, taking a second game. Lucky on 1-1, and Hak with 2 wins. It's really funny, when we talked to him earlier and he told us that he's sick, he was like, well, I actually don't know. I've never played in the GSL when I was sick. This might actually calm me down a little bit, calm my nerves, and give me just, maybe even give me an edge. And I was just standing there in front of him and was like, that's actually a weird way of looking at your personal state of health before engaging those tough opponents, but he's right. He's apparently completely right. He was able to take the first 2 games, and this puts him ahead in the group.
There's this feeling that happens to all humans, anyone who has normal emotions, where if you have some sort of handicap before you go into something, you feel like if you lose, you can always use that as a crutch. For example, in Huk's case, if he's sick and he loses horribly, he can always tell himself and the fans, and everyone knows because we've already said it, that he's sick, so everyone will be like, well, it's unfortunate that he was sick. So it takes some pressure off. It just does. That's just part of being a normal human. So I think it's actually really helped him here. He normally doesn't choke, but he does have some weird moments in some of his games, and he's shown just calm and clear play. And to be perfectly honest with you, I did not expect him to come out of this group, but already he's looking really strong.
Yeah, he's looking very strong, and this last game was just so well played. By the way, before we head into the next game between Kill and Brown, I found your message.
Okay, you can read it to the world.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you basically stated that you wish that your hairstylist...
Wait, read it word for word.
Okay. Word for word, Wolf just said, and once again, I agree with you on the shaving part, but this was just weird. I wish my hairstylist would not only take care of hair, makeup, and clothing, but also shave my face. Isn't that the most annoying part of any man's morning?
Yeah.
It is, but take care of my makeup, my clothing, and my hair. Most
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
No, I'm not done yet. Wait. Most men don't even have a hairstylist.
That's true, but anyways, we're gonna have a 5-minute break, guys. So see you guys in 5.
Saved by the bell.